All right, what's up, everybody? So today I'm going to be going over my trading week, which would be November the 3rd through the 7th. And I'm just going to be reviewing probably like three trades that I did. I'm really just going to be reviewing my losses because um, I think it's important to reflect on why I got in, why I got stopped out. And this is the first week where I've been applying these new rules in this book that I have. And it's actually really helped me stay disciplined in my trades. So so I really I every time in the morning I just wake up and I read this. I read my rules that I made, like trading rules. So you can see right here. Just things that, like are going to keep me grounded and disciplined. And I also wrote down what to look for. So you see right there, like my ideal setups and stuff like that. And then I also document every trade that I make. Like if I win, I write it down in green. If I lose, I write it down in red right here. And it's just been helping me review why I got into certain trades, why I did certain things, what I liked, what I didn't like from myself, my emotions, my trades. So I actually had a pretty solid week. Um, it wasn't as profitable as a couple of the weeks I've had in the past, but it was a weird week just because of the government shutdown, earnings. The market is just trying to find where it wants to go, and there's a lot of stuff going on. The Trump tariffs, everything is just kind of up and down, up and down. A lot of people would say it's bullish towards the end of the year, which I'm still relying on it to be bullish, but right now it's just kind of getting through a weird time. So I took some trades, and um I was very cautious. So when I was in profit, I took my profit and I kind of just stopped for the day. And these rules have really helped me to limit my losses because the thing was, I would have $1,000 day, and then the next day I would lose like $500, and then I would have another $1,000 day, and I would have consecutive, good days like $500, $300, $1,000. But when I would lose, I wasn't setting my stop loss because I really didn't believe in the stop loss. And I would lose a lot of the stuff, the profits that I would gain because I'm trading ES, which is futures. And if you've traded ES, you know how volatile or how quick, when it goes up, a few points could be a couple of $100. A few points down could be $200. So I've set my stop loss at $200 even, and I allow myself two trades. So if I get stopped out of two trades, I'm done for the day. I lock out my account and I just go on about my day. And just having that has really helped me focus on when I get in and limit my losses. So this is all this is about. Like I have the right strategy. I know my strategy. I know what I like, what I don't like, what days I like and what days I don't like. And now it's just limiting my losses and maximizing my wins, and I'm right there. So I'm gonna be going on the 5 minute chart on the left. I'm sorry. Let me go back real quick. So the right is gonna be this is gonna be the 4 hour. This is going to be the 5 minute, which I use the 5 minute to get into trades. So let me try to figure out where I'm at real quick. I think it was right here. So I got like stopped out of two trades right here Thursday morning. Um, so we were at this bottom band, and on the 4 hour, I believe, I was like, okay, yeah, so we're like right here. We're like right here, I think. And I was like, okay, it's right there at the green band. So I'm expecting it to pop up. But it was just so bearish that day that it just kept dropping all day long. You can see right here, it just kept kind of just slowly coming down. So I got stopped out, lost $200, and I think I tried to get back in again. I lost another 200. I was done for the day. Friday was a different story. Friday, I actually knew what I wanted to do. Let me switch to the day chart real quick. So the left is gonna switch to the day. So this is the day chart right here, and dang, we're low key ripping. Uh, but so Thursday, this was the candle that closed for the day. So we were right here coming in like pre-market, after hours, and pre-market. I was looking at this and I was like, okay, so we're below the band on the day chart. So I'm expecting a hard drop down, which if you see right here, that's what happened. This was Friday. It dropped hard. So on the market opened, I just got in because we were right here at market open on Friday, and I was like, okay, yeah, it's fixing to start dropping more. And I got in and I was up. It just kind of was choppy, so it kind of kept going up and down, and then finally dropped. I got stopped out, lost $200. I was like, you know what? I'm fine with that. This week has been kind of weird, especially Thursday and Friday, the market movement and everything. I'm just gonna, end my week right here. So I just logged myself out of my account so I wouldn't be tempted to trade again. Close my app, and I was just done for the day. I had a good week. I still ended positive. I was up like 1,400 before I took those three losses. But you know what? I'm proud of myself because I've been using my stop losses. And before, like I said, I would have an amazing week. I would have $1,000 days and then lose $1,000 in one day, or like just not limiting my losses. But let me go ahead and show you what my week looked like. Nothing really crazy. I've been a little bit more cautious this week just because I'm trying to be more consistent instead of hitting home runs because like I said, I know I'm able to get in these trades and be confident enough to make $1,000. Like this one right here, it went up to like my trade would have made like $1,400. This one, same thing, it would have went up to like 1,000. And this one was pretty good. It's like all these trades that I'm, making that I'm green on, they all went and they did exactly what I wanted them to do. But right now I'm just focusing on locking in profits and being consistent, and then I'm gonna focus on scaling up. Um, and that's fine with me right now. I'm not trying to race. I'm just trying to be consistent. And I was up $1,400, and so these 2 days. But like I said, I don't feel no type of way about these days because I'm proud of myself that I actually stuck to my rules, and I didn't let myself, revenge trade. I didn't blow my account up. I was smart, and I'm really proud of myself because, like I said, I would have a $2,000-3,000 week, and it would just blow up right in my face because I was just being inconsistent. I was being undisciplined. But sticking to these rules, I noticed that I have a system. I have things that I remind myself and I review daily, and things that limit myself from doing those things. And as I get more confident, which I'm already getting more confident, these numbers, $800 is gonna be regular, and it's gonna be maximizing my wins, minimizing my losses, um, and just being consistent. I'm very proud about how far I've came. This is the first year where I've actually kind of traded the whole year. I've been trading since 2020. I've been trading since 2021. Um, but it's just been so off and on. Like I would get in a room, trade for 3 months, and stop, and then kind of just off and on until like late 2023. And that's when I kind of started keeping up with the market almost every day, looking at it, checking it, watching this podcast, this live streamer, stock market live that I would watch every day, and just keeping up with how it moves and everything and learning it. And then 2025 came and I was like, all right, I'm ready to trade. So that's when I got into it, and I've just been learning my strategy, something that works for me, and scaling up. Like I said, I'm very proud of how consistent I've become. But now it's just minimizing my losses and maximizing my profits. That's what this is all about. And that's why I'm so proud of this week, even though these aren't crazy numbers. Like I'm telling you, like this would be like a small trade, you know? And $1,000, $1,300 is good. But like these are small, but they're wins. And even when I closed them out, it still did exactly what I wanted it to do. A win is a win. And this makes me even more proud that I stuck to my rules. locked myself out, and I didn't get emotional about my losses. I feel confident saying, you know what? I can get this. I can get it again next week. Tomorrow's a new day. You know, this week or next week's a new, no, like for Friday, an example, it's like it's a new week next week. I'll just get them next week. I'm not chasing a trade anymore. I'm not revenge trading. I'm not blowing up my account trying to be right. And that's what this is all about. Is just being consistent, being disciplined, and being focused. So if you're out there and you struggle with consistency, I would recommend you getting a notebook, writing down certain rules that you want to follow. Um, it honestly is probably gonna take a couple of accounts that you're gonna blow up to notice, you know, patterns and what you do when you lose or when you're up, because you might be up a lot and you're like, oh well, this can go this much higher, and you really don't see, what it's about to do. So then you're up and then it reverses and you're down for the day. And then you end up revenge trading, blowing up your account. Just certain scenarios like that that I've seen, that I've learned, that I've dealt with. So I just wrote down all my rules and then just journal every trade. I wrote down my entry, my exit, why did I sell, rules that I broke, takeaways, and then my profit and loss. And then anything else that I kind of see that I want to note down, I just write it down. That way I can remember it for the next time. And, God willing, I'm right there. I'm right there and I'm fixing to, actually be doing what I need to be doing in this, what I've been striving for. I'm happy that I locked in and that I've been locking in and just, learning every day, every week. And it's been a crazy year, man. In the market, it's been a crazy year. So I'm really happy to be able to see this and trade this market. I was trading options at first. Now I'm trading futures and I'm proud of myself. So yeah, man, keep up whatever you're doing. Stay consistent. Write down whatever it is that, you want to keep yourself from doing. Write down what you want to do and just remind yourself each and every day, and separate emotion from this. It's hard to do that, but don't don't lose. Like, these 2 days right here would have probably ruined my week. 2 days, but I had three green, and I'm still profitable. You know, this would have ruined my week probably like 3 4 months ago. But now it's like, bro, I see this, and then next week, this probably gonna be all green. You know, and it's just a learning progress. It's a stepping stone, and I want this to be an encouragement to anyone out there just to keep going. Be smart, be wise, and watching that guy Stock Market Live. His name is Josh. He's taught me a lot about investing. So invest. Don't just trade. Invest, because that's where the money is, the long term money. But yeah, man. I'm gonna probably keep making videos like this every week to kind of recap about my week and post my progress. So hope y'all stay tuned. Hope y'all like this video, and I will see y'all whenever I post my next video. God willing, go be later this week. So peace.